Suspect laying down the law to rated RKO. Wait a minute, whoa! The congregation laying out the challenge for the tag team championships, and it looks like rated RKO is going to come out to answer that challenge. But are they going to accept it? That's the big question.
He rated RKO. I mean, they have been more aggressive. It's like they have had a career rebirth.
But the congregation have said that they've woken up as well, and they accept.
It is on at Survivor Series.
So we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it at Survivor Series. Edge and Randy Orton rated RKO versus the $1 Million Congregation for the tag team championships.
Oh, this is huge. The congregation have been waiting for this. They don't want to be made examples of anyone. And Suspect had a little truth to that statement here. It said the congregation make impacts too. They make statements. The rated RKO is not going to make statements of them. Come Survivor Series.
Can't wait to see how that match turns out. That's going to be an explosive match. And the tag team championships will also be on the line.
You think the congregation made the right choice?
Well,
by making this challenge.
That comes into question, Frank, because it's true that the congregation have made impacts, but rated RKO has been more dangerous. They've been more deadly than they ever had before in their respective careers. So it's kind of a toss-up. You don't really know if they did make the right choice or not.
And here comes Jack Swagger, who's set to be in action. One half of Division 1.
We haven't really seen much from Jack Swagger lately, but a win here tonight can definitely build some momentum back in his favor, and he's facing the toughest man to wear a dress, Vito.
I tell you what, though, Vito's a cool guy to hang around. That's for sure.
Yeah, he is. I mean, once you get around the part that he's wearing a dress, he's actually pretty cool to hang with. I mean, I hung out with him backstage before the show, and he's a pretty cool guy. Had some coffee and, just talked about stuff. Talked about his match.
Hung around with some girls with him. I mean, he's a bunch of ladies, man.
Yeah, surprisingly, ladies do actually like Vito, even though he wears a dress. I mean, they don't really question.
He was the same man that asked Ashley Mercero out on a date on Friday Night Smackdown.
He was very... Oh, my God!
What a shot to the knee, sending Vito on the outside, and Swagger showing aggression here.
I don't think Swagger's in the mood for any dancing or any of that tonight. He means business and a power slam on the floor. Swagger showing this aggressive nature that we don't see from him that often, but when he does, it is effective. Swagger in control. And now a huge scoop slam.
Jack Swagger is a former United States champion and tag team champion in the WEDF. Former member of Team Angle.
Yeah.
Vito actually nearly won the European Championship.
This is true. I'm sure Jack Swagger wants to move up from being just a United States champion and a tag team champion. I'm sure he wants to finally move up to the higher level in his career, because he hasn't really been on that main stage in WEDF, and he wants to prove that he belongs there. But Vito coming back now, trying to build some momentum of his own. And now Vito, nice tornado DDT.
I think that dress is psyching up some of his opponents because Vito's actually been pretty successful lately.
Yes, he has. He did build up a little winning streak for a few weeks. So Vito, you can't underestimate him just because he wears a dress. And oh, look at this. Oh, I'm sure that's gonna psych out anyone.
But to
even
the face.
Jack Swagger. Oh man, cover 1, 2, and no. There's nothing worse to psych out your opponent than getting a rear in your face.
How embarrassing would it have been for Swagger to lose to Vito's butt cheeks?
That would have been one of the most embarrassing losses in his career, hands down.
I mean, Swagger, I've heard that Vito actually wears a thong under that dress.
I don't want to even question how you know that, Frank. I mean, I'm not going to look under there.
You could see it from half a mile away.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to look in that direction.
Pretty damn obvious. It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, but
Swagger.
Oh, look at this.
Whoa!
Oh no! Oh! As if the leg lock was disgusting looking enough, now the fans in the front row have to see under Vito's dress. I don't know what's worse.
The pain Vito's in is he's suffering a lot of pain right now, but Vito's trying to fight back.
But how much does he have left? That's the question. Swagger's still trying to get in control.
Swagger's been targeting that leg throughout the match. I was flipping. Vito shoves away Swagger. Oh! Right back to that leg.
Swagger again working on the leg, and if he keeps it up, he's going to hit that ankle lock sooner rather than later.
Looking for the gut-wrench power bomb. No one home.
Vito gets out of that. And now Vito coming back now. Oh! Vito again still in control.
Oh man.
Now into the cover now. 1, 2, and a kick out. Frank, are you eating while you're commentating?
Well, Vito gave you some of these cookies. Well, they're quite good. He's actually quite a good baker. And now Vito trying to finish off Swagger. This will be a huge upset.
Wait a minute. But Swagger, oh, he gets out of it. Swagger seeing that come in now. Flipping around and into the ankle lock.
Ankle lock locked in, and Vito nowhere to escape. Vito trying to escape. Trying to get the rope somehow. Swagger put too much pressure on, and Vito has no choice but to tap out.
And Swagger gets an impressive victory, but Vito put up a good fight against Swagger, but Swagger just worked on the legs through the whole match, and that was Vito's ultimate downfall, was the leg.
Vito wanted to try to have a little bit too much fun, but Swagger was all business tonight on Smackdown.
Now Swagger can focus on getting his career back on track.
Well, with this victory, it is a start. Fully all-American. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Swagger victorious here tonight on Smackdown. I'm still in shock of what happened with Danny Jackpot winning the WEDF as a whole. Now, wait a minute, backstage we have John Laurinaitis, Bret Hart. that Punk seems to be the main suspect. There's 3 people involved with Jim Ross's rundown. Bret Hart says, whoever that culprit is, they're going to be receiving living hell. Now it's time for our almost main event. Here comes our handicap match of the evening. Here comes the game, Triple H. And Triple H overheard that conversation between Jericho and Big Show, and you gotta wonder what Triple H's mind is going through, what his strategy is to take on the team of Chris Jericho and the Big Show. The former tag team champions, that Jericho and Big Show can get along tonight. Triple H might not have a chance. The Triple H overheard that they weren't on the same page. So you gotta wonder if Jericho and Big Show are gonna get along.
Well, in my opinion, Big Show and Jericho, they've had their problems in the past, so it is questionable whether they can actually get along and get on the same page.
Each of these 3 superstars have been believing in their minds that they are worthy of being WEDF championship material.
Yeah, they've had kind of a war going on between these 3 for weeks now, and like you said on Raw, Frank Dog, I believe that these 3, Triple H, Big Show, and Chris Jericho, need to have some sort of match to find out who really truly deserves to be in that contention for the WEDF title shot.
And here comes the world's largest athlete. I've got to ask you, D-Wall, do you think Jericho and Big Show can get along tonight?
Man, like I said, the Big Show and Chris Jericho have had their issues. It started when Jericho and Big Show lost tag team championships to the $1 Million Congregation, and ever since then, Jericho went out of his way to try and embarrass and humiliate the Big Show at every turn, and now Big Show's the one who's humiliating Jericho.
Big Show doesn't believe for a second that Chris Jericho's trying to reconcile and see that Chris Jericho has the error of his ways.
Exactly, but it sounds to me like Jericho, that's what he's claiming, that he has seen the error of his ways, and he wants to kind of make things right, so to speak.
I think he was just trying to sucker Big Show in so that they can beat Triple H tonight.
I agree. I mean, you can't really trust Chris Jericho. I mean, Jericho can be a very deceiving and conniving person when he wants to.
Oh, he's one of the most conniving people in the WEDF.
He always has been. Well, not always, but
the self-proclaimed best in the world at what he does. But I tell you what, though, if Jericho and Big Show can get along, it might be game over for the Cerebral Assassins in this handicap match. Because when Jericho were tag team champions, they were nearly unstoppable until they met the $1 Million Congregation a second time.
You can't really argue with that point.